Hello everyone, I'm interviewing Faith Dearlove from the Orleans Preschool. She is the director here. Thank you for giving us some of your time to be able to take part in this interview. The date is November 4th, 2013. So, Miss Dearlove, may I ask you about your childhood and how that affects your role as a director today?
I can't even answer that. I am here because I've always worked with children. I
Okay.
started working with children when I was 15 in Montreal
Okay.
at the Westmount YMCA,
All right.
and I've worked my way through since then. So I started off as a nursery school teacher when I was 23.
Mhm.
I've been working in the field for about 30 years now. So
Interesting.
yes,
What made you want to work with children?
I love them.
Yeah.
I love teaching them. I love teaching in general. I have both an EC degree as well as an elementary school degree, primary degree. So that was my passion right from the beginning.
So I was just about to ask what your educational background consisted of, but I believe you've already pretty much answered that question. If there was anything else you could do for a living, though, would you want to be something else or be a teacher? Or?
The only thing I would do is I wouldn't mind getting my psych degree to assess children with autism spectrum disorder.
Interesting.
Yes, we see a lot at the very beginning, starting here. My son is also on the spectrum as well. So my experience is they're not getting diagnosed as fast as they should.
Right.
So when we see little tics, I guess you can say, or they're partially showing some of the signs, we like to start the conversation really early.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what, when I finish here, I would like to go back to school and get my psych degree.
Okay. So obviously you have a strong connection to children with autism then.
Mm-hmm.
Because my cousin has autism himself, so.
Okay, so you understand.
Yeah, I've seen it before. And,
yes.
I heard though with early diagnosis it does help the child significantly.
Yes, it does.
Yes. In which ways would that be?
Well, you catch the quirks faster.
Okay.
Because you teach them. My son was diagnosed at 13 because I was fighting the system. He's now 19 at Algonquin.
Okay.
Fighting the system, no one believed me.
Oh,
right? So I fought the system until he was 13, and then I found a psychologist that said, oh, yeah.
Because you
definitely.
Personally believed he had it, but nobody else.
No one knew.
Yeah.
But nowadays, they're being diagnosed at 2. And you definitely see a difference. Like we have a couple here that have been diagnosed at 2, and they're 2.5, and they've gone from ground zero right on up.
Okay.
They're doing much better.
What part do parents have in the program? Do they see the schedule? Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a mass email, our TOPS 2013-14 email. We, the teachers, get a program together. So we program our elect, all our art, everything gets programmed. Then it's put together in a newsletter.
Okay.
And then it's sent off to the parents once a month. So from there, we also have fundraising committees. We have maintenance committees. We have all these different committees. They are in charge of keeping the yard clean, making sure that the building is maintained. Mm-hmm. The social committee. We're having a fundraiser November the 20th. They're baking for this event.
Interesting.
So that's how they become involved. Plus, we have the board of directors. So tonight we have a board of directors meeting that is all parent involved. So there's 7 parents on the board, and the parents are welcome to come if they want because it's at the preschool. Mm-hmm. So the door's always open in the sense that they're more than welcome to come in and get involved with the program. Mm-hmm. So that's how they stay involved with their their children's education. Right. Excuse me.
Have you ever had a conflict with one of the parents coming in because of different styles of parenting? You said you are a parent yourself. Have you ever noticed any? It's hard for me to explain, but have you ever noticed a child come in where you can sense obvious issues from at home?
Yes.
That is affecting the child. Yeah.
Well, I mean, last year, due to economic situations, you could tell that this child needed a little more TLC.
Of course.
So that's the reason why they were here. This child was on subsidy because the parents could not afford to pay for the service. The child was here full day, every day, and we were able to help him through toilet training and different things that she herself cannot do for the child. So that's why we're here as well. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I don't have to use subsidy or other things like that, but this family needed it.
Right.
So they needed all the TLC and all the support they could get, and we gave it to them.
My next question is, why do you have the two, the art room and the gross motor room separate from each other? We noticed that when we were walking in.
Well, with a group of 24 children, to have 24 in one classroom, it's very loud and you don't get as much done. And as if you notice, the more fine motor quiet area is in the art room, and the gross motor more active area is in the gross motor room. And 30 years ago, I guess that's how they built it. I don't know what it was like 30 years ago, but that's how we use it. We use it a more quiet area and more active, loud area.
Another question I have is, how much does it cost, I want to say either per day or per month, to have a child here, roughly?
Depending on the program.
Yeah.
We have 5 or 6 separate programs running through here on a daily basis. So on a typical Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have your morning 2.5 hours, you have your lunch program, and you have your afternoon program. For a child staying 3 full days, it's $499. For a child coming 3 half days, 3 days a week, it is $175. So what you would have to do
Per
is
month.
per month, yes. Check the website.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Per week, no. We wouldn't be here. Check the website.
Okay.
They have all our prices, except for you'd have to do some calculating for the lunch program. It's $8 per day, but that's about it.
How do you deal with children with allergies? Whether they're with an EpiPen, they have peanut allergies.
Okay.
Yes.
We do have EpiPens in the office, right? They're kept up high and they're labeled. We're very lucky this year, we only have one allergy. And it's an egg allergy. He still has the catered program from Farm Boy. We just supplement his meal. So today he can eat what we're having. We're having butter chicken. Tomorrow, if we have pasta, the parents have sent me an approved list from Farm Boy that I choose from, and then they prepare that meal for him. So that's how we deal with allergies.
What do you enjoy most about your career?
Last week I got a beautiful letter. It was actually ECE Day from one of the parents saying they were I'm very emotional.
Oh, that's all right.
Very happy with the program and happy that he's here, and we're doing so much for him. And as an educator, as a parent, as a teacher, that's what we're here for. Just to get those letters, saying that we're doing something in the community with the children to help them out. Because this child is in the process of being diagnosed. We have CISS involved, so the mom is getting some relief. And that's why we're here, right? To help the parents. We're a community, and we're here to help the parents, help the children, teach, educate, and hopefully everybody's happy.
So it's safe to say that you're satisfied with what you're doing.
Exactly. I love what I do. I really do.
How did you did tell me about your educational background, but how did you become the director, get offered this job as a director?
I've been here, it's going to be 10 years in January. I was the assistant director for 4 of those 10. So when the director decided that she was going to retire, it was sort of like a natural progression to go in. Like, I went through a lot of workshops and training last year. I had to go through an interview because the board made sure everything was above the board and legal in every sense. So I went through all my interviews, workshops, made sure I had director's approval, and here I am.
Well, I believe that's pretty much all we have to say. Looking back on your career, though, do you have any regrets? And if so, what are they?
None. Actually, I've always wanted to be a director.
I can tell.
Thank you. I love what I do. As I said, the next part of my career choice, like I'm 47, going to be 47 in a couple of weeks, sorry. 10 years down the road, I would say I'll be finished at this portion. So autism is where I'm going to be going.
So where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Here, improving, making sure that we're helping the community, helping the children. I find keeping the staff happy helps keep the children happy, who in turn keep the parents happy. So that's
So
my
it's like a
formula.
huge circle,
Yeah, exactly. I'm the middleman.
Yeah.
Right? I'm making sure the board directors are happy, the parents are happy, but my role or my job is the staff first, then the children, because then everybody's happy.
Yeah.
That's how I manage anyway.
Well, thank you for conducting this
Thank you
interview.
very
You've been very
No
kind
problem.
and let us do this, and
No
it
problem.
was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. I wish you guys good
Have a
luck.
Oh, thank
wonderful
you.
day, and that's about it.
Well, if you have any more questions, you know where I am.